significant, the marks of the ball on the track. You mentioned it was pretty dry. That's why those marks when the balls landed. So just have a quick look at that. That'll give you an idea of how dry it was during the day. There you see, every time the ball landed, it left a mark. So it's going to be a little different. I don't think there will be too many marks because of the moisture content that's going to increase.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be interesting to see how the bowlers as well. A big shout. He might have pitched outside leg stump. He looks overly excited. They're asking the question, bat involved in it.
Umpire Masudur Rahman says, take it easy. I'm watching the proceedings. And I don't think there was maybe pitching pad outside and that inside edge. Well spotted by the umpire. And the appeal negated, understandably so. The bowler, he'd always get excited every time you feel that you've missed the bat and hit the pad.
Oh, trust me, everything is out when the bowlers are bowling. And everything, by the way.
Trust me, it's a batsman speaking on the mic. All right, behind that, this has been a good first over coming up. Just 5 dot balls in the very first over. That's exemplary.
It's obviously going to be playing in their minds as batters. Be very watchful. They're trying to get themselves in. Dave Warner, Fletcher, it's his first game. Ideally, you want to have a look and get used to the surface, and then you can go hard if you can.
Absolutely. I think it'd be rather silly not trying to work out what the nature of the wicket, trying to go for your shots. He'll be wielding the willow, and prior to that, he'll be bowling a few overs too. One of the best all-rounders. Mohammad Saifuddin just asking one of the fielders to move around a little bit. Don't see any significant change. And that's played back to the screen, straight to the fielder, into the covers, I should say. And that's a maiden over to start off with. 0 for 0.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ। সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ। গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
Nicholas Puran, Andhra Fletcher and Sohail Tanvi, the overseas players. But a good collection of local players. Taskin Ahmed, the pace bowler. Sabir Rahman, yet to prove himself in this edition. Liton Dash also a little disappointing in the recent past. Camilla Victorians will be hoping that Tamim Iqbal can get them off to a good start. The bowling is going to be Mahdi Hassan, the right arm off break from the mighty chip stand. And I will tell you his field in a while. There's the 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. One's going to long on and there's one at deep mid-wicket. There you go. Those are the 2 fielders right on the edge of the boundary, and the others have to be within the 30-yard circle. The short third man, point, cover and a mid-off, and a mid-wicket square leg and a fine leg within the 30-yard circle. On the leg side, that can be dangerous for the bowler because every time it goes past the infield, there's an opportunity for a boundary, and they've just collected the first one.
Not a great deal way to start off the proceedings here from Mahdi Hassan. Just drifting it down leg. But what I like about that is the timing from Fletcher. Timing beautifully, and look at the race away. There is a little bit of dew now. Even though I was going to say prior to this, I like the idea of bringing in the spinners early because the surface is still a little bit dry. You can grip the ball a little bit more. It hasn't been beaten up about. So it's not a bad idea. Unfortunately, he just missed his line and length on that occasion.
So after a maiden over, the first one, 4 runs of the very first ball of the second over. Oh, ball him! What a comeback from the young man! Pitching it outside the line of the off stump, the ball just nipping back enough to go between the bat and pad and striking timber. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's not a bad idea to have him bowling now when you can still grip the ball. But have a look at that spin as well off the surface. Talking about that dryness of the wicket. Poor shot as well. Massive gap in between bat and pad from Fletcher. Look at him go. Have a look at that. But anyway, Fletcher, unfortunately, he's got to go for 4 for 1.
গাজীটার নিরাপদ হোক পথচলা।
Kumar Dash comes in very early in the innings, only in the second ball of the second over. This is career for you, age 24, 65th match for him. 450s, 125.67 his strike rate. Well, it's been a good start by the Kumilla Victorians. This is the reason why he's there. What a lovely delivery. Just a little bit of a flight, gets the purchase, gets the ball to come back and goes between bat and pad. And the death rattle for Andre Fletcher, who's just playing his first game of this edition of the BPL. And he's elated. Right, smothering the spin. That's the way to go about it. Opens his account as Leighton Dash.
I reckon Fletcher, when he looks back on that dismissal, you'll be kicking himself thinking, what did I just do? As opposed to smothering the spin, as you've just been talking about. It's early doors in the innings. The surface is still dry. We've been talking about it. Perhaps be a bit easy to have a go. He's playing for no spin on that occasion. And he was down by grip. And typical off-spinners dismissals.
Absolutely. There's the skipper. Oh, but him! Another one! I can't believe this! Warner, just a little tentative push, and he was playing down the wrong line. Ball seemed to just straighten enough to take the off stump. Extraordinary, the start here by the Kumilla Victorians.
Well, have a look at the smiles here. And he knows, most importantly, the men to go have a look at this. Dave Warner, playing for no spin again. He just took the grip a little bit, middle peg off the ground. You bloody beauty, Mahedi Hassan. Have a look at that, disappointed looking at the wicket. Unfortunately, you got to go, Dave. He's going for naught. 5 for 2.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
Afif Hussain comes in. Goodness, what a start for the batting side. Lost 2 quick wickets in the same over. Afif Hussain Dhruvo into his 20th match. Now he'll have his work cut out, this young man. He's in the middle because of this. Dave Warner playing down the wrong line. Didn't know where his off stump was. Well, just straightening enough. And he was playing inside the line. Oh, goodness. And look at the bails go. The zingers goes zinging away. And it's the death rattle. And what about this young man? 2 wickets in his very first over in this game. Mahdi Hassan is absolutely on top of the world. Not that guy. Looks very suspiciously down at the wicket. Nothing wrong with the wicket. It's a beautiful delivery and you just played down the wrong line. Simple matter. Another good one. Now is this going to be close? He's got his third. Unbelievable. Umpire Ranmo Martinez raises the dreaded finger. This time it seemed to go pitching on the middle stump, straightened, and a tentative push from the young man. Missed the bat, hit the pad.
You beauty. Have a look at that. Playing for the spin. No turn at all. Trapped him right in front. That is plumb. Can't get any plumber than that. Wow, look at him go, Mahdi Hassan. What a delightful moment from this young man. Well, he's on a hat-trick now. Afif saying he's got to go again for naught. 5 for 3.
গাজীটা নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
The Sylhet crowd are not going to be too happy with what's transpired. 2 wickets in 2 balls. New batsman in, Nicholas Pooran is going to face a hat-trick ball from young Mahdi Hassan. 85th match for him, 142 his strike rate. But he won't be worried about the strike rate. He'll be worried about surviving this delivery and save that. He's in the middle because of this. Just pushing down the wrong line again, and the pad's pretty much in front, no question in the mind of the umpire, and he gets his second. Afif has gone, Pooran is on, Mahdi Hassan is on a hat-trick. Can he get it? We've seen a hat-trick earlier in the darker segment. 2 or 3 other bowlers were on hat-tricks, they couldn't achieve it. Can this young man do it for the Kumilla Victorians? Brought in only the second over by his skipper. And he's got a slip and a gully, and that's good. The pressure on the batsman, Nicholas Pooran. The hat-trick ball coming. Is he going to achieve it? Oh, just got the inside part of the bat. Trickles away, completes a superlative over. 5 for 3 after 2.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে।
Well, if you're coming in from work and had a look at the scorecard, you must be rubbing your eyes. I can't believe what's on the scorecard. Warner not, Fletcher 4, Afif Hussain not, 5 for 3 in 2 overs. You don't need to put on your glasses. That's the real picture.
It looks like a country code there. Well, 0-4-1, naught. Not a good way to start.
Yeah, the wickets to fall under Fletcher, the first to go, leaving a wide gap between the bat and pad. This is the previous over, and playing down the wrong line, the skipper, David Wagner, was cleaned up, and the leg before, plumb in front, no problems at all. 3 wickets in his first over from Mahdi. He is over the moon. This is Mohammad Saifuddin.
Yeah, well, they got to start again here. Pooran, Litton. They'll be thinking, wow, have a look at this. In his first over. This must be a record. Surely it's got to be a record. First over, picking up 3 wickets.
So close to a hat-trick. Almost had him. Oh, what an experience for this young man. And he knows where his off stump is, but still a rebuilding process has to go on. And thankfully, from the Sylhet Sixers point of view, they've got Nicholas Pooran and Liton Kumar Dash, 2 experienced players who know how to handle situations like this. Now he will be pretty worried. He would have loved the conditions, but unfortunately, if he was bowling, but unfortunately he's on the head coach of the Sylhet Sixers, who are, well, to say the least, in a spot of trouble. And that's nicely done down the ground. A couple of runs here, quite easily, maybe even a third. Thinking about it, so didn't get it.
Yeah, big man needed to pull out his handbrake on that one. Have a look at him chase down that one. The chase is on, boys. Have a look at Boom Boom. Where are you, Boom Boom? Oh. Have a look at him. Struggling to stop. Handbrake on. Tell you what, lots of experience. What a wonderful player he is, and an icon to us all.
Yeah, and he's really committed. Whatever he's doing in the field, batting, bowling, fielding. Close to face on the bat. There was an element of risk in that. It was angled too far, but he's got himself a run. Living quite tentatively and dangerously at the moment. It's going to be a tough ask for these two, Nicholas Pooran and Liton Dash, to rebuild their innings after that stuttering start.
Well, it's been rather difficult for the 3 weeks that have gone. I mean, superb bowling from Mahedi Hassan. Don't take anything away from him. He'll be very much worried at this point in time, the pigeon, but he's not happy. You can see his expressions, Shamim. He looks pretty shocked.
He is. Hope that expression changes, and that must be the expression of most of the supporters of the Sylhet team here. Oh, came back in, an appeal. He's trying to get out of trouble, but really came back. And look at that. No, I think it was going down leg. No, he was inquiring about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'll be interesting to see the replay on that one. Done it by pace and swing. And the umpire was not interested on that. Boom, boom, not quite happy. Have a look at that.
It was swing, going down leg. It was a little bit of extra bounce. It had it all, that delivery. A little bit of a wobbly seam. But Saifuddin just taking a cue from his partner at the other end and bowling very well. Pace and spin. You talk about pace bowlers hunting in pairs, but this is a little different. Oh, another one. That's closer. Yes, it is. Up goes the finger. Just jagged back enough. I think this time round it was more in line. And another one bites the dust. And look at the expression on the faces of the Victorians.
What is going on here? It's all happening. Wickets galore. Look at him. Back leg as well. That is as plumb as it gets. And this time around, did not hesitate. Look at the celebration again. Seeing that again. He's been absolutely outstanding. And the Dhaka episode, and now we're here in Sylhet. Disappointingly, Nicholas Pooran out for naught. 8 for 2.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
Oh, the Sylhet Sixers imploding here. Extraordinary circumstances. Brings in Shabir Rahman, 130th match for him, 122 his strike rate, over 2,600 runs. He's got 100 too, one of note in the last BPL. But tell you what, he will be very worried with what the bowlers are achieving. Unbelievable. 3 overs, 8 for 4. We're talking about some kind of a record. One might happen even sooner.
It is up for grabs, that's for sure. Some sort of record is up for grabs, yeah. Look at the celebration. High fives. I'm gonna tell you